Tonight on SmackDown Live AfterBuzz AfterShow, the fallout from Elimination Chamber, WWE Championship match, and it's Valentine's Day. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
We're here. And we're live on AfterBuzzTV.com, the AfterBuzz TV YouTube page. Like and subscribing. iTunes, SoundCloud, telling your friends about the wonderful world of AfterBuzz TV. What's up, everybody? Happy Valentine's Day to y'all. I'm Christian Rosenberg. The Twitter, @Rosenberg. Instagram, @Rosenberg. T-shirts, ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Christy is married, so she's off because she's celebrating Valentine's Day. Jimbo is married, so he's off celebrating Valentine's Day. But the guys are here, and we are going to break things down here. First off, we got Tom Connolly at Tom the Com.
What's happening?
Someone's device is making noise and distracting me right now. Is your iPad making noise?
Is my iPad making noise?
Yeah, something was on.
Oh yeah, probably a little reverb right there.
That's what was throwing me off.
I thought you were upset by the coaster here that I didn't have a beverage in front of me.
No, I was thrown off. I was ready to kind of give like a nice little gentle, like, hey, it's Guys Night Out, Valentine's Day style edition of SmackDown.
Shouldn't we be going wild? Like, Guys Night Out, woo!
Well, even though it's Guys Night, we're going to make this night for the ladies.
Always.
So all you female AfterBuzz wrestling fans, we want you to just sit back, pour your favorite glass of Merlot, and get ready to enjoy our breakdown from the aftermath of the Elimination Chamber and tonight's SmackDown. We already introduced Tom the Com.
Hi, everybody.
And also, at Scott Narver, it's Scott Narver.
Help, I need an adult. Please, baby, please. I don't feel safe in here.
Do you have a safe word?
Help, for God's sakes. Help.
But filling in for Jimbo, of course, is our lovely Alexis in the booth. Hi, Alexis.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. I'm also with Scott on this one. I'm like, somebody help this man.
Thank you.
Scott needs no help.
No, I know.
He's perfectly safe in here.
Don't worry. All you have to do is say help. I'll turn it off, and everything will be fine.
Okay.
I got you.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, first off, Elimination Chamber has come and gone. Overall, the feedback from what I've read has been kind of mixed. But to me, I thought the Chamber itself was a great show. Tom, I know you were on the panel for the Elimination Chamber AfterBuzz.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Scott, you were there.
I was there.
I want to know what the atmosphere was, not just a show in general, but the fact that you had two people, Bray and Naomi, win their first singles titles, and what the environment was like there.
That crowd was great. Like, that crowd wasn't any of the jaded, weird crowd where they decided to hijack anything. They were just very, very reactive and very excited to have a show there. And it seemed like they were invested in everybody. And so when the Naomi title change happened, it was an eruption of a, like, what the bleep? You know, I can't believe this is happening.
It's all right. Chrissy's not here tonight. Go ahead and, like, be more of a man tonight. But the show is for the ladies.
Help. Hands above the table, gentlemen.
No, hands. There are no ladies in here. So.
There's a lady. Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, you're in the booth.
Yeah, I'm in the booth. I'm like 4 studios away from you, so that's fine, I guess.
You're probably safer there.
Actually.
But go on, Scott.
So yeah, it was really great to see that, and I think a large portion of the crowd really wanted either AJ or Bray to walk away with the WWE Championship that night. So, you know, as more and more eliminations were happening, and then when Cena got out, just that feeling when you know there's going to be a new champion and it's between two guys that I think the majority of fans were okay with. Because I saw a lot of Cena shirts and I saw a lot of AJ Styles shirts. So that crowd was going to be happy either way.
Yeah, and when it came down to, AJ and Bray, like the quote unquote smarter fans, or all the like adult fans that were there, they're just like, we're gonna be happy either way. This never happens. And then at that point, they were then actually leaning a little more towards Bray. To me, it seemed like, because it was like, oh, let Bray get his first one. Let Bray get his first one.
Yeah, and then you got the Orton's tie-in, and it's just all these things that we want.
Yeah, I thought the pay-per-view itself, for only having 2 weeks to build it up, I was very skeptical of it. But I thought overall the show was great.
Yeah,
it definitely
every match
exceeded
was
my
good.
expectations.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I mean, I thought it was great to have Bray beat Cena and AJ in the same night, same match. I mean, to win his first title. So
Yeah. And then that brings us to SmackDown, where we kick off with the brand new WWE Champion, Bray Wyatt. You Deserve It chants break out in the pond in Anaheim tonight. And Bray talks about how when I
The
tell
Honda Center.
it's not the pond anymore?
yeah,
No, not been for a long time.
It's
that's
still
since
the
Money
pond.
Ducks
I know.
went away.
It's still the pond.
I know. I feel the same way. It's
still a pond.
Southern Californians say it all the time, but yes, it is the Honda Center.
It's the pond, damn it.
Listen, after Gordon Bombay left for his, amateur hockey career, the Ducks just fell apart. So
I'm still calling it the pond. I don't care what anyone says. Bray mentions that he now has the whole damn world in his hand, and the crowd is just jubilant.
He has the world, but not the universe.
No, that still belongs to Kevin Owens.
Yes.
But he has no more friends.
in the morning.
I think he has a new friend.
Well, out comes Cena during this. Cena, we already got the announcement that he was going to be invoking his rematch clause tonight for the title. And he took offense to the crowd saying, you deserve it, because you should be earning stuff, not deserving. I'm sorry, hasn't Bray earned it at this point?
I think so. I mean,
He's been in this
been there for
character for
how
nearly
long?
4 years?
yeah.
Or about 4 years now?
Doesn't everyone practically deserve whatever it is? Do we have to chant, you deserve it? I think I'd be more interested if someone chants, you don't deserve it, if they win something.
Those are the you sell out chants. You sold out chants are usually you don't deserve it ones.
I
Or
guess.
just the Roman Reigns chance. So
Or that.
Yeah, chant, you don't deserve it to Roman Reigns.
yeah.
Do that.
Cena says, hey, let's have our rematch right now. Out comes AJ Styles. AJ said, hey, I'm still on my one-on-one rematch, and I'm going to get that before you get it. And out then comes Daniel Bryan, and he does the math and figures out, hey, you know what will work in this situation? A triple threat match for the WWE title. And that's going to be our main event, which we will talk about a little later.
We got surprised they did this fast.
I know they definitely wanted to keep the momentum, and we now have 7 SmackDown. Well, this was the first of 7 SmackDowns before the next pay-per-view that they're on, which is Mania.
Yeah.
So we're going to get title matches in the midst of this to...
I don't know if we are though.
Well, amp up. Well, we just had one tonight. We're going to have the women's one next week.
I think you meant. I mean more like another world title match. I don't think they're gonna have another one.
There might be.
Maybe.
There might be
but-
one more.
You got to
I don't
defend
know.
it every 30 days, otherwise you have to relinquish it.
That's right, Scott.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know about that.
Hey, John Cena needs another shot.
Yeah.
Where was Brock Lesnar for like a year when he had that belt?
American Alpha versus the Ascension. Opening there was a slight miscue in the beginning of this match. Well, towards the beginning
JBL
of the
fell
match.
down again?
No, well, we didn't see that. I mean, according to Otunga, he fell in like the pre-show or something like that.
He did.
On the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, he did.
pay-per-view.
At the he fell again.
Well,
And they showed it.
that was in part because they don't even show it on camera well. The cameraman gets in his way. Like, they were messing around with each other. And so the cameraman who's on the ramp with him as he's doing it got in his way to cause JBL to fall. So, not entirely his fault that time. And then he proceeded to beat him with his hat.
I love that. That's Otunga's only defense on JBL. Well, you fell. Take that. That's a lawyer right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a lawyer.
I'm sure he's gonna be like, "Oh, how can we sue this company to get money for you, JBL?"
Well, no. What I'm talking about, American Alpha. They both climb the same rope, which is pretty damn dangerous. And they both get up there fine. they're waiting for the Ascension to turn around and jump on them. Connor is standing there just staring at them, waiting for Victor to turn around, which what felt like an eternity. So instead of Connor being like, "Hey, Victor, let's move. I see what's happening right now," just kind of stood there.
Yeah. He was dazed.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, I'll give you that.
Maybe
He
his
was dazed.
vision was all messed up. He was like, "Wait, are they both on the top rope? I don't know what I'm seeing right now."
Like in the old school wrestling games, he was kind of stunned, so you can do a power move on your opponent.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what they did.
We're on TV again. Really? Oh,
We had a full entrance. We had a commercial break in our match. Like, they gave the Ascension time tonight, and and Scott, again, you were there. I was in shock at the reaction that I was hearing from the TV when the Ascension were the last team to come out in Tag Team Turmoil. It sounded like, oh my God, we want the Ascension to win the tag titles right now. Did you get that while you were there? Because that's what I felt like watching it.
You thought the crowd in Phoenix wanted that to happen.
Yes.
I felt the crowd was worried of like, oh no. but this could happen because the Usos took them out, so this is we're about to witness that. I don't think it was a want. I don't think anyone was like, the Ascension is due. No, I think they were many other teams in the night the crowd was favoring because that was a really fun match live.
So long match between them, Grand Amplitude for the win. Alpha are victorious. And then the Usos pop up on the Tron, say some threatening stuff, and pretty much talk about how they're going to be going for those titles. And then the Usos music hits. American Alpha then drop the titles, getting ready, like, all right, where are they coming? Are they coming down the ramp? Maybe they're going to sneak up from behind.
Yeah.
And then
what
we
happened?
go backstage.
Wait, why?
Because American Alpha apparently they don't know how to end segments with American Alpha.
They're like a sketch show or something. Like, isn't it the hardest part to get like figuring out the ending?
The close, yeah.
Like they're always like, oh, okay, wait, let's just play some music. All right, yeah, the people are gonna be ready for this. Usos coming out to fight them. No, we don't. No, nah, scrap that. James Ellsworth, where are you at right now? Oh yeah, cut to him. What? That was so weird. This is like it
happened the other night, or was it last week with Slater and Rhino, or was that 2 weeks ago?
No, when they did the whole the
big brawl.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, why can't we have a definitive event? Or then don't play the Usos music,
or just play taps for the Ascension.
Sure.
You know, because that's the last time we're going to see them before the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Listen, the Usos are going to have to beat them to probably go on to face.
We'll see them at Access. They'll be there.
Buying tickets, waiting in line to meet Daniel Bryan.
We'll see them at NXT. Don't worry. They'll be there.
We brought up Carmella and Ellsworth because now they're backstage. James asked Carmella to a Valentine's Day dinner. You know why? Because he knows how to treat the ladies. Don't need the music there. It's okay.
I was gonna do it too, but I was like,
You can. It's all right.
it's too late. The feeling's gone.
We'll always set the mood for the ladies.
I think all you have to worry about is a lady at this point. The other ones have scattered.
All of a sudden, our chat roll is empty of females. James asked her to Valentine's dinner. Carmella says we have to keep this professional.
Yeah, taking it slow, right?
Yeah, she doesn't want to rush into things. Ambrose shows up looking for Corbin. He's angry at what Corbin did at the Chamber. He then mentions to Ellsworth, oh, by the way, Carmella's just using you, as though you should try online dating or something like that. Carmella tells James to stand up for her, and Ambrose mentions that Ellsworth is dressed like a schmuck.
I like his outfit.
Was that your next Halloween costume?
Maybe, yeah.
Huh? Could he be your new favorite wrestler?
No.
Okay.
No.
Still John Cena.
Yeah, still.
Oh, absolutely.
When are those two going to go at it, huh?
I don't know.
Make that a Mania match.
Yeah,
You know,
right?
John Cena doesn't have a Mania match all set up yet.
Neither does Ellsworth.
Oh, it could be Cena
mixed
and
tag.
Nikki versus Ellsworth and
Ah.
Carmella.
Oh my goodness. Match for the ages.
It could be.
I-
Wouldn't that be so funny if they actually did that and Ellsworth beat him at Mania?
That'd be amazing.
That would be accurate if that happened. Because, I mean, when you look at the two of them, of course Ellsworth is going to win that.
I know. That
Yeah.
chin, those muscles, you know,
Why would you need 5 moves to do them when you got 1?
and 2 fists. That's it.
That's right. He's got 2 fists. Cena has a 5-knuckle shuffle, but Ellsworth's got 2 fists.
I think we called it.
Yeah.
This is
It's
going to happen
happening.
now. They listen to us, so be ready for Cena and Nikki versus Ellsworth and Carmella at WrestleMania. Dan Bryan showed up and made a match between Ambrose and Ellsworth, which was going to be up next. Before that match, though, we need to talk, and we didn't talk about it last week due to time constraints, but we got to talk about the 2 most recent announcements for who's being inducted into the Hall of Fame. The Rock and Roll Express and Teddy Long, playa. Both of them are joining Kurt Angle for this year's Hall of Fame class. What do we think of these 2 going in? Or these 3, I should say, going in.
They deserve it.
They don't deserve it, no.
Whoa!
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, like, Rock and Roll Express to me is one of those teams that a lot of people have thought, oh, wait, they're not in yet?
Right, yeah. You just kind
Yeah.
of take it for granted.
Yeah. And Teddy Long, I really hope they do a really detailed like video package for him at the Hall of Fame, because most people just know him as a SmackDown GM. They don't know all the things that he's done in wrestling for so many
He's
years.
done everything.
He's literally done every role.
Yeah.
And he managed one of my favorite tag teams, Fire and Ice. Jim Powers and the Ice Train. Oh, no, Scott Norton and the Ice Train. I managed Jim Powers too.
Right, but that was one of your favorites?
Oh, I loved Fire and Ice. I thought they were an unbeatable tag team in WCW. I didn't understand why they were never like tag champions. Because I'm like, they're just 2 giant muscle guys. I didn't understand. Well, then again, I also thought, why is El Gigante not champion? Because he's a giant.
He's the biggest.
Yeah.
The biggest get all the prizes. I think it's great. I think, Teddy Long is such a staple of SmackDown. And he's, no matter at what point you've watched in the past 20, 30 years of wrestling, I think you're familiar with Teddy Long. You've seen him at some point as a manager, as a referee, something. And you just have affection for that guy. And I'm sure that guy's worked way harder than we've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think he's one of those guys that's just beloved by all, and I think it's great. And I'm really curious to know who's going to induct Rock and Roll Express and Teddy Long into the Hall of Fame.
I'm thinking Teddy Long's either going to be JBL or Ron Simmons or both.
What about Mark Henry too? Maybe.
Maybe Mark
see.
Henry. But yeah, I'm trying to think who would induct the Rock and Roll Express.
I can think of one, but boy, that's going to
They're
be
not
some
going to let
agreement.
they're not going to let Jim Cornette induct the Rock and Roll Express.
Oh man, that's a reason to buy the network right there. They could never
will
get
never
on
happen.
the bleep button fast enough for Cornette.
That will never ever happen.
It
You never
could
know.
happen.
It could.
Kurt Angle's going into the Hall of Fame.
Uh-huh.
These things can't happen. Never say never.
Who's going to induct Kurt?
He wants Austin to do it, but who knows if that'll actually happen?
I mean, they did feud, but was that his biggest feud?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When
It's
they were going back and forth
significant.
for Vince's affection and
Yeah,
then
that's true.
singing the songs and
That's
everything.
true.
Yeah.
All right.
Why not Eric Angle?
He was involved in helping Kurt win a title.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm happy for both these guys. Teddy Long's awesome. It's always fun when he comes back, and it's always one of those like fun memes too of like, we're gonna have a tag team match, and you're like, oh great, Teddy Long's back, awesome.
I want him to announce a change to a WrestleMania match at the Hall of Fame. They're like, I got word from Dan O'Brien that I can make this announcement.
We're gonna have a WWE. Ali says WWE.
It will be John Cena and Nikki Bella versus James Ellsworth and Carmella in a tag team match.
No, we're gonna do a triple tag team match. Add the Miz and Maurice into.
And Miz and Maurice in there.
Yeah.
While we're at it, let's just throw like Jimmy Uso and Naomi.
No, she's gonna be busy.
Oh, okay.
defending the belt. So
Who else can we mix in there?
Victor and Connor.
There you go.
Dean and Renee.
I like Victor and Connor. That's a good one.
No judging.
So Ellsworth versus Ambrose about to take place, but Ellsworth does let us know that the only boo that's in here is me for Carmella, because Carmella is his lady.
They're taking it slow.
Got those
This music is not going to play for them ever.
Those chocolate-covered strawberries. You're enjoying one right now with that glass of Merlot. Sitting back, relaxed. I feel like this is music you would hear at like a massage therapist place.
I think that you say you think you'd hear it there.
I'm down with it. I'm just saying. I feel like I would hear it there too for some reason.
Will this be your new entrance music?
It could be. It could be my new entrance music. We're waiting for Ambrose to come out for the match against James Ellsworth, but Baron Corbin got to Dean first and beat the crap out of him, and then did a deep six onto some production stuff, and something exploded.
Before he hit it.
It just sensed the impact
Yeah,
that
the
was going to
wires
happen.
knew.
It tried to save itself. That
Right.
monitor went, look out, better self-destruct. And it did.
Here comes Ambrose. Crap.
He's crazy. I like that. I like seeing Corbin drag his carcass out.
Yes.
Rather than, it just changed up from Dean walking out and maybe getting hit, but no.
Yeah.
Corbin's already got him and just like, nah, come on. It emphasizes how big Corbin is, and it was really cool.
It just shows like his he just doesn't give a crap. His character. So.
And we were really waiting for a feud for Corbin that was really like elevated him to the next level. And we're also wondering what's going to be next for Ambrose. So I'm really looking forward to these two feuding. I think it's going to be some really fun matches.
Yeah. I wouldn't have expected this to come out of
No,
the
this
chamber
was
at all.
This was a pleasant surprise from the chamber. All of a sudden we created a brand new feud out of that match.
Yeah, I would have thought from what was happening during the chamber that it would have been Corbin and Miz, because that moment when Miz is supposed to come out of his pod and Corbin's just yelling at him. I could see that straight on. I was like, don't get out of your pod, Miz. Stay in there.
I'm just enjoying the chat roll who apparently are being creeped out at my...
It seems like you're staring into their souls or something.
Am I staring at
That sounds sexy.
the ladies?
God, you're like a spider crawling on someone's neck.
That was a great analogy. I love that so much. Highlight
It's
of
about
my
right.
day.
It's about right. Dana Bryan's backstage when Natalia shows up, angry that Dana Bryan mentioned to Nikki that you're probably going to like what I'm about to announce. They start arguing again. They start brawling. Security separates them. Dana Bryan says, next week, you two are going to have a Falls Count Anywhere match. We're finishing this. And it's good, because, again, I was kind of surprised that it ended in a draw. I think you correctly predicted that last week.
I can't believe I did.
Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Did you win the belt?
Yep, I sure did.
But yeah, so we're gonna get to the bottom of this next week. Hopefully. I mean, it might not for all we know.
And I like that they're still acknowledging the history of their feud, saying, no, you cost us the match at Survivor Series. That, yeah, we remember all this stuff. Just keep going with it. It's been great. And that was a really cool match at the Chamber, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do next week.
Right.
Yeah. It was I said this on the pay-per-view show. I thought at the end of the match, when it was a count-out, I thought Natalya was going to smack their mom in the face. Because they were sitting ringside.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, that would have been a good way to keep it going, like, to piss Nikki off even more.
I think that would have pissed John Laurinaitis off.
Well,
And then we
what
would
was
have
he
had some
doing?
people power.
I guess, maybe. But that's on Raw.
Not anymore. He can come to SmackDown.
No.
No.
You were
No.
okay with you, Big Johnny, wherever you're at right now.
Yeah.
You can stay there.
Yeah.
Hang out with Miss Bella. Mr. Bella.
By the way, I also with the chat roll, I completely forgot that we were joking that I apparently had a date or something, because all of a sudden the chat roll was like, "Oh, his date last week didn't go well." There was no date. We were joking about something. I don't remember what happened. I don't even remember what it was, but apparently I was supposed to go on a date.
It went well, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're getting married tomorrow.
Ooh.
Ooh, all right. You move really fast.
Yeah,
You rounded the bases.
I mean,
It's only been like 6 days.
there's only a couple more weeks before Fastlane, so I gotta build up, race the storyline before that pay-per-view. Yep.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin backstage saying he's not a champion because of Ambrose, and Ambrose is going to the hospital because of me. Enough said. All he needed to say. Great. And we continue that story now. Renee Young backstage with Dolph Ziggler. Renee Young is a Christian Rosenberg fan, as you could tell by her jacket this evening. She had some roses along the jacket.
I think she likes Valentine's Day. But
Hey, she is my tag team partner. If you go back to our WrestleMania interview, we are the Texas Hold'ems.
How often have you
defended your belts or?
defended your rose honors?
Well, we challenged New Day to a match there. We're still waiting to hear whether or not they're going to accept.
I don't think they have anything going at Mania this year, so I think you may
All right,
be
let's
a
do
shoo-in.
it. Let's do it. Getting ready. Renee asks Dolph if he's a sore loser, and Ziggler says what he did was a wake-up call to the new generation. They think they're here to replace me, but they're not. I'm just getting started. Nobody steals the show but me, and nobody steals my place, but some people are about to get put in theirs. I'm kind of... Go ahead.
Slow down for Ziggler, right? I thought this was a great promo.
I thought it was a very good promo, too.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of left with, okay, who's going to be the guy he's feuding with? It's not going to be Cruz. It's not going to, like, are we going to bring someone up from NXT to feud with him? Is this the spot for Dillinger?
I feel like there's still people on the roster to pull from.
But as far as the new generation, like, so what face would we put in the, that's a new generation one?
Simon Gotch, right?
I'm not talking about a physical face. I'm talking about, like, like a good guy.
David Otunga. People love him.
He's busy being a bouncer on Criminal Minds.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be cool to have, if you're going to have Ty Dillinger come up.
Yeah, because, I mean, he debuted at the Rumble, and he still hasn't shown up on Raw or SmackDown yet, so we don't know what show he's on.
He didn't think to ask one of the general managers
No, he just for a
contract.
I don't I like that he was in the Rumble, but it wasn't. Yeah, it was like, okay, you're just gonna throw him in there, but you're not gonna have him on any show. Okay, like, I don't know. That's just weird to me.
I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, who else? I mean, I don't think it'd exactly be a place for Nakamura. I don't think that's the right area to debut him.
No, he goes right to the main event.
Right. I'm trying to think of, like, who else could do it. That's a top babyface, or like an NXT babyface.
Rhino.
Again,
He was in
we're talking
NXT,
about
New Generation.
He was. But I mean, I don't think the Cruz thing is over yet either with Ziggler.
Well, Cruz should not be on TV for a lengthy amount of time, based on
like a week
2
or so?
chair shots on the ankle area. I mean, he's out for at least till next week.
He can't even show up though. Come on.
I mean, he's hurt.
Yeah. So what?
Yeah, you can hobble.
What are crutches for?
He needs medical attention.
To hit Charlotte Flair in the chesticles.
She hit her in the throat.
Charlotte, the queen. Charlotte, the queen of pay-per-view, the Barry Horowitz of Raw. Speaking of women, Becky versus Mickey, rematch from Elimination Chamber. Mickey. I was gonna say
That's if they're
Mickey.
dating.
I was gonna say Mickey fakes, but apparently I just combined the 2 words and said Makey. I mean, that's my pet name for her, I guess. No, that'd be weird. Mickey fakes a shoulder injury.
Yeah, it wouldn't be weird. It is
It's weird.
Yeah, because I already have plenty of other pet names for the ladies.
Tell us some of them.
Like defendant.
There's restraining order. There's changed her phone number. There's changed her locks.
30 feet limit.
There's Alexis.
Correct.
Yep. All right.
That's why Alexis's 4 studios over.
That's the only way I was able to do the show, guys.
It was in her contract.
We're gonna put you in the Michael Cole cage.
Please do.
The Christian cage. There we go.
There it is.
Christian's closet.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
That's even better.
I'll just hang up on my shirts to decide which one to wear before the show. So Mickey fakes a shoulder injury. Ref is trying to keep Becky away to look at it. And then a Mick kick while the ref was attending to her. Knocks out Becky. Becky gets the pinfall and pisses off the ref.
No, Mickey
Ref-
got the pinfall.
What'd I say,
You
Becky?
said Becky.
Sorry, Mickey got the pinfall, but more importantly, pissed off the ref. The ref was angry. He's like, I don't want to make this count. You lied to me. But he did anyway. And then he was like apologizing to Becky. It's like, I'm sorry. She lied. I don't know why she would ever do such a thing.
Yeah, refs' feelings matter.
They
No,
do.
they don't. They shouldn't ever. Either they get knocked out and they somehow either stay down way too long or then just get up right at the right time for that guy to win the match, or
They're just a mortal man.
I know.
You know, they don't have as many hit points as the wrestlers.
Listen, pretty soon there's gonna be robots.
It's true.
I thought it was a good. I liked Mickey selling, faking this injury. I thought she was really. I was like, oh man, I really hope she's not. I really thought she was,
You fell for
legitimately
it.
hurt at first.
You fell for it
I
with the
feel
ref.
like more when she was in the corner and like she was just like, oh crap, like yelling and then being like, oh, it's my shoulder, like it's really my shoulder. I thought, oh, I think she really hurt herself, but I'm glad she didn't.
Yep. I'm sorry. The chat roll apparently is just really angry. Chrissy's not here tonight because I've unleashed this apparently creepy beast on the world. It's Valentine's Day. I'm just trying to be lovable.
And it's not apparently. It's actual.
It's actually happening.
Yeah.
People in the chat roll I've never met have filed restraining orders on me now from this. But that's okay because it's Valentine's Day.
No.
No? I was
Denied.
I'll hold off from it then, I
Yep.
guess. Okay.
You wait till the end.
Okay. We'll just move on to the next segment then, I guess.
Pretty please and thank you.
All right. Renee Young in the ring with Naomi. Naomi is suddenly wearing a knee brace. This is unexpected.
So was her jeans.
She had some rips in her jeans.
I think it's a very unusual outfit for one that glows all the time, and that one that does fashion reviews on this show for a segment called Christian's Closet should comment on such a thing.
She had ripped jeans and her. This right here just trumped all my creepiness tonight. Now we're even. Right there, from
I
you
thought
guys.
that was good. That
from you
wasn't
guys trying
creepy
to
at all.
sing in harmony.
That was
To that
beautiful,
song.
by the way, gentlemen. I loved it.
Alexis, whose side are you on?
What? Oh my
So
gosh.
look up ourselves.
I'm just, yeah. Oh wow, look at that thing.
But yeah, so she had some rips in her jeans. I think she tried to do the dance on her way down, and they just ripped because it's a pretty,
But she had her knee
physical
off.
dance. Well, maybe it got taped up on her way to the ring
have,
while
yeah.
doing the dance in the jeans. That was just like to keep part of that leg of the jean up. That's all the reason the knee brace is there.
Gotcha.
Anyway, she says her injury won't keep her down. She's interrupted by Alexa. Alexa's talking about how everyone knows you got lucky on Sunday. And we're getting ready for a new 30 for 30 special about your career. 30 for 30, lights out, the failure of Naomi. And Alexa wants her rematch next week. And pretty much telling Naomi whether you're healthy or not, I'm going to take the title from you. Your win at the Chamber was a fluke. So, really the question is, we don't know whether or not Naomi is legitimately hurt. And it seems like next week we might be getting a title match. Or they might, I don't know, would they force Naomi to forfeit the title or anything like that?
I don't think that seems like a weird way to go with it.
Right.
I could see Alexis coming out and then even like Daniel Bryan being like, "Oh, she can't, Naomi can't fight tonight. She's still injured."
Mm-hmm.
And then Alexis being like, "Okay, well, you're gonna counter out then. You know what I mean? And I'm still gonna get the win for this match." And then like complain and be like, "Well, I still get my rematch. Like I'm still a @1 contender," kind of thing.
Yeah, you
So
can't.
let's keep it going.
You can't strip the title off Naomi. The Usos are crazy right now. They'll
They're gonna
smash
come up from behind
Yeah.
and take you out.
Or they'll just have their music played and then they'll just randomly end the segment.
That too, but
Yeah. Main event triple threat match for the WWE Championship. John Cena versus AJ Styles versus Bray Wyatt. First off, before the match even begins, I'm watching in the screen room. I'm just kind of typing notes or whatever. I'm like, all right, entrances are happening, da-da-da-da-da. And all of a sudden, like, the lights go up, and from the corner of my eye, I see the lights up, and there's Harper. I'm like, what? Scott loves that imaginary bow and arrow of Harper's.
The man who stole the entire show at Elimination Chamber.
Yes, he did.
Elimination Chamber.
Him and Orton put on an amazing match at the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, it was Harper's time to shine. I was screaming like crazy. That was so fun, and the crowd embracing him for a guy that is like had a snowball's chance in hell to really win that match. For what the perception is of Orton being the Royal Rumble winner and going in with all that momentum, but he was awesome, and like he's always been awesome. But now it was a spotlight on it.
Yeah, and you know, again, like from watching on the TV, to me it felt like, all right, Harper came out. And the crowd was kind of mixed, almost a little on the quieter side when he first came out, just because, like, all right, we like Orton. We know Harper's a good guy now, but we're not quite sure where to go with this. And then as the match progressed and they saw it, all of a sudden, Harper was getting huge ovations. Yeah. And was that how it was like? Like, did I read it correctly from the TV? Or
yeah, it was never, sadly, like a overall unanimous "Let's go Harper" chant, but there were pockets of it throughout the night, and Orton had no reason to be booed. Like, he didn't really do anything to have people hate him. And Harper didn't have any moment before that to get people to cheer him. So it was all earned in the match, and it was great how they just did it there. If they weren't given that extra time, they took it. So seeing Harper pop up tonight is just great and really affected this match.
Yeah, and he started attacking Bray before the match even begun. Gave him a super kick. Refs pushed Harper away. So all of a sudden, everyone's just like, is Bray going to lose the title tonight? Because all of a sudden, he just got taken out by Harper. And it's a triple threat match. So this match is still going to happen regardless. And the match goes on. Really hard-hitting match. There was a lot of great moments in this match. It was such a fun triple threat. For just a TV show, the SmackDown or a Raw or something like to have a match not just of this magnitude, but this long, this competitive. Like, this was a pay-per-view main event match that we got tonight on SmackDown. There was an interesting part. We came back from commercial, and we were hearing the crowd chant one more time. We're all kind of wondering what happened because we missed it in a commercial. And because you saw Bray laying on the table, AJ kind of looked hurt a little bit. Because apparently AJ tried jumping off the barricade onto Bray on the table. Table didn't break. And then he went and did it again with the table breaking and the crowd erupting in joy. Great sequence between Styles and Cena in the match where Styles reversed double AA into the calf crusher, which then got reversed into the SDF. And then Bray ran in, I think, and did his senton onto it to break it up.
Yeah.
And then we had AA to Bray, Styles clash to Cena, and then a Sister Abigail on Cena with AJ knocked out of the ring. And Bray Wyatt, twice in 48 hours, pins John Cena.
Woo!
And retains.
I thought you'd be upset.
No, I'm good.
He's your favorite wrestler, though.
It's okay. He's shined enough. Let's let some other people shine.
He's only held it 16 times.
I know. I mean, he should be up to like 32 or, you know, at least 47 by now. But he's on that Charlotte track, so she'll be up to like about 52 by the end of the year. So,
so Bray successfully retains his title, and
barely.
Barely, and this made him look super strong as well because of the beating he took from Harper at the beginning of the match, and still managed to win this match clean. Puts him like, okay, this is a legit champion.
And as well as that, all the other guys, they're contenders. Like, they still held their contender status, and
no one looked great. No one looked weak in this at all.
I thought when AJ hit the forearm and then Cena went for the AA on AJ, I thought it was over. Like, I really thought, I was like, Cena's winning this match. He's winning 17 right now. I'm gonna watch it. And then luckily AJ kicked out. But I just thought that was an awesome little sequence they did too. Because even the crowd was going nuts. Like they were like, "It's it! This is happening right now."
Oh sure. Well, there were points where any one of them should have won that match.
Mm-hmm.
So no, it was a great match. And I'm thinking that's how the show's gonna end. On that note, Bray retains, credits, and a SmackDown. But then Randy credits. Yeah, roll the credits.
The credits are just a little box at the bottom.
I know.
Everything Vince McMahon.
But then Randy Orton's music hits, and he walks out. He enters the ring, and they're staring face to face because Randy Orton, by the way, he won the Royal Rumble, so he has a main event title shot at WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt, he is the WWE champion, so he should be defending that title against Randy Orton. But Orton grabs the microphone and says, "As long as you are the master and I am the servant, I refuse to face you at WrestleMania. I pledge my undying allegiance to you." And he gets down on his knees, pretty much almost like kind of sacrificing his title shot.
Yeah, he didn't point at the WrestleMania sign
Yeah.
anymore.
He didn't.
If you don't point at it at the end of every show, you can't go to WrestleMania anymore.
Yeah.
That's the rule.
And SmackDown ends with Bray and Orton posing together. So all of a sudden, we end SmackDown. We know who our champion is, but all of a sudden, we're not quite sure who he's facing at WrestleMania.
Which I love.
Yes. And I think I have the same idea as Scott is pondering right now, and might be too afraid to say
I
it.
called it earlier today. What I think is going to happen.
Go ahead.
The Wyatt family, triple threat.
For the title.
Ooh, yeah.
And
Yeah, I
that would
like that.
be incredible.
It's 4 years, actually.
Okay.
To suddenly throw Luke Harper in that. He suddenly, either next week or the week after, beats Orton or beats Bray in a non-title match or something like that. And all of a sudden, they're like, you know what? We're going to make this a triple threat. Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. He's earned it. I
Doesn't deserve it, apparently, but he's earned it.
He may deserve it at the show. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens, but he's at least earned the spot to be in, to be considered to make this triple threat. Because I think that'd be awesome. It'd be a lot of fun. It'd be, the three of them are going to have an awesome match.
And I need to point out, because we have not watched Talking Smack yet, but according to the chat roll, Daniel Bryan announced next week there's going to be a battle royal to determine the number one contender for the title at Mania.
Oh, man. So it could be Victor or Connor?
Or both.
Or Simon Gutch.
Sorry, those guys, but, hopefully get under more battle royal.
I thought this was a great way to end the show because it added the layer that we needed to this because we were like, okay, it's going to be Bray and Orton at Mania.
We're like, all right, is Orton going to turn face
yes, yeah,
or what's going to happen?
RKO is going to happen right here, going down to his knees.
Yep.
Nope.
No.
Unexpected.
Yeah.
And now it's a cliffhanger for next week.
And I thought of this idea a couple weeks ago of like, it'd be cool if Orton, in the end of this, maybe if they can play this out, he becomes the leader of the Wyatt family, and somehow overtakes Bray. I don't know how they would do that, but I think it'd be a cool storyline of like, he got his way into it, and now he becomes the leader over Bray. It'd be some kind of cool.
Well, it could be. Obviously, we're going way down the road here, but say it becomes a triple threat with the Wyatt family, and say Orton pins Harper to win the title at Mania. Then all of a sudden you have Orton as the champion, and then you can kind of do something like that.
I'm the master, you're the servant.
Something along those lines. If they wanted to go that route, but obviously. And who knows? AJ Styles might win this battle royal next week for all we know, and really throw a whole nother wrench in everything.
Yeah.
So I'm now stoked for next week's SmackDown. I was stoked for this week's one. I was stoked for the Elimination Chamber, and I was stoked that it was guys' night to do a show for the ladies. I don't know if Alexis is in the booth right now. There it is.
Sorry.
She had to get taken further away.
Yeah,
So
they were escorting me out, and I was like, wait, no, I have to do the show.
That's all right. It's all right. But we hope, ladies, we hope you enjoyed the show tonight. We hope you've gotten some of your queries answered as you get ready for next week's SmackDown. Chrissy will be back, so we won't have this creepiness next week.
Yeah, get your hazmat suit and just go into a sterilization chamber. You'll be fine.
But in the meantime, if you wanted to continue these chats with any of your AfterBuzz hosts, Scott Narver, how can people reach out to you?
Well, they can reach out to me without this theme music in the background.
No, keep the music playing.
You can find me on social media at Scott Narver. You can check out Fox Sports Presents Wrestling Compadre Slamcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. And more importantly, this week, tomorrow, on YouTube.com/OnYourMarkShow, On Your Mark returns with all new interviews, kicking it off with Ethan Carter III, former TNA World Heavyweight Champion. It is something you don't want to miss. And every week, for a number of weeks, there's going to be new guests. So check that out.
Tom Connolly.
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at TomTheCom. And this is now my new ringtone. Thanks.
Perfect. Alexis, plug yourself.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Oh,
you.
Me? You can find me all over social media, and where all shenanigans will ensue, especially sexy shenanigans like these.
Hey.
At ATorres890. That's ATORRES 890.
All right, and you can follow me on Twitter at Will Rosenberg, Instagram the Will Rosenberg, T-shirts ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg, and for all your other AfterBuzz TV news and gossip, follow them on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody! Thanks so much for tuning in. For Scott Narver and Tom Connolly, I'm Christian Rosenberg. We will see you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.